Punta Cana is one of the biggest holiday hotspots in the Caribbean, famous for its all-inclusive resorts, beautiful beaches and tropical vibes. We're staying at an adults-only, all-inclusive resort, and we're going to take you along with us for the day to show you everything it has to offer. From the variety of restaurants, beautiful pools and its own private beach. Just look how blue that water is. This is a true Caribbean paradise. We're going to see if it's worth the money to stay here. We're going to put it to the test and we're going to give you our full honest review.
Which I just think is absolutely ridiculous, to be perfectly honest with you. I thought that was probably the worst restaurant experience that we've had since we've been travelling.
But before we get into the video, smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell. We are travelling around the Caribbean showing you the best places to stay and the best resorts. So hit that subscribe button and let's go.
So yeah, the grounds are absolutely stunning. They're so well kept. We're surrounded by so much nature. They're absolutely gorgeous. So we've just left our room there and all the rooms are separated. They're like in these blocks. So the resort is actually quite large. We're going to actually bring you down and show you the pool and the beach. But as you walk through the gardens, it's just this beautiful sort of peaceful, quiet green space. It is an adults only resort, so we're loving the peace and quiet here.
Yes, it's very well kept, as Samantha was saying. It's very, very clean. We have a lot of palm trees, very Caribbean-esque, as you can imagine. There's also some really interesting statues as well that's kind of plotted around the green space here. But yeah, it's absolutely beautiful. It's paradise. There is a few restaurants on site. We'll talk a little bit about food and the options and stuff a little bit later on. But as you walk through this sort of garden area here, you'll actually see the restaurants that kind of on either side. So yeah, plenty of options as well to eat. But like I said, we'll talk a little bit about that later on.
So as I mentioned, it is quite large, but it is very walkable. But they also have these golf buggies to bring you around if you need them. So this is our beautiful pool. It also has a swim up pool bar and there's not many people around, which is a bonus for us, so there's plenty of sunbeds. So yeah, we're gonna get in and swim in a few minutes and we're gonna definitely get a cold beer at that pool bar.
The swimming pool is absolutely massive. It's probably one of the biggest swimming pools that we've seen. We're not too sure the depth of it just yet, but it's very, very wide and very, very long.
We also have some adult pool games, games by the pool. So as we mentioned, it is an adults only resort. So these aren't for kids because kids aren't allowed here. So we have chess, we have a big Connect 4, and then there's also table tennis behind us there as well. Onto the beach, and as you can see, it's absolute paradise. So this is an exclusive private beach if you're staying at the resorts. So down on the beach you have plenty of sunbeds, there's cabanas and there's a beach bar as well. So yeah, you're spoiled for choice to come down and have a nice relaxing day. But just look how blue that water is. Oh my god, this is a true Caribbean paradise.
I think you'll agree that beach is absolutely beautiful. One thing I'm really impressed with is the lack of sargasso, because usually in the Caribbean, sometimes around this time of the year, you can get a lot of it, and we did get a lot of it when we were in Mexico before Dominican Republic. So yeah, Tulum was covered in it, but here, very little. We're now going to show you the room. Now, you might have to excuse the mess, because we did arrive last night and we sort of threw everything out of our suitcases, so we haven't quite unpacked yet. But yeah, this room definitely has some pros and it definitely has some cons.
So we'll be positive and start with the pros, because that's what everyone wants to hear. As you can see, the room is really spacious, so we love a good spacious room. So where I'm standing here is like the sitting room kind of dining room. So we have like a sofa here, and then we have a little table and chairs. It also comes with a mini fridge that has a stocked up mini bar, and the cleaners top it up every day, which is a great bonus. So you get the likes of your water, Coca-Cola, Sprite, and then some beer as well. We also have a coffee machine and then some coffee that gets stocked up again every morning, which is nice for the first thing when you wake up before you go over for the buffet. Now let's talk about our beds. As you can see, we have a massive bed here. So it was very comfortable. We slept in it last night and we had a really nice sleep. And on to the next part. We actually haven't tried this out yet, but you get a hot tub in the room. So this is a really nice feature, and we'll definitely be using it. Yeah, it's quite big.
It is large, isn't it?
The two of us will fit in that one.
I hope so.
But yeah, this is really nice.
Have we ever stayed in a hotel room with a hot tub inside the room? Once or twice, maybe?
Maybe once or twice, yeah. Hasn't been that often though, so it is a nice surprise, a nice little treat. And then as we walk in here, this is like our little bathroom area. So we have like a sink, a mirror, and then we have our shower, which is separate to our toilet. So there's loads of space, as you can see. And then over here, we have plenty of wardrobe space. But if you're us, you live out the suitcase.
That's what we do. We should really transfer all of that into there. But
we're too lazy to unpack. We'll just take our clothes out and we'll iron them, which the room comes with an iron as well. Yeah. So that's how we work. Oh, you've packed some stuff away.
Some stuff, yeah.
Well, yeah, you have some shelves here. There's our iron.
That's quite nice.
You always need an iron.
Yeah, we also get a safe as well, which we can put in our valuables and stuff like that. So that's very. Oh, and also, sorry, an umbrella.
Oh, an umbrella, because believe it or not, it did actually rain when we arrived last night, so we needed this. The Caribbean weather is very unpredictable like that, so you just see the sky turning grey, and next of all, it lashes out the heavens for about maybe an hour, and then it stops.
5 minutes later.
So I did mention that there was some cons to the room. Not many, and of course with cons it does depend what type of person you are. You might think it's no problem, other people might be like, oh no, I can't live with that. But yeah, number one, the TV is quite new and quite fancy. However, it doesn't seem to be a smart TV, so we couldn't access anything like YouTube or Netflix or anything like that. So they just have some channels that are, I think, in Spanish. So yeah, me and Samantha are the type of people that like to be out all day and then maybe 10 or 11 o'clock at night come back, chill in bed and watch some shows. So we weren't able to do that, which is a bit of a shame.
Yeah, I have to say, that does my head in. It's like you're in a hotel room and they have this lovely big telly on the wall. It's kitted out where it spins, it faces the bed, and then it can face the sofa. But yeah, it's not a smart TV. Like, why?
Also, as well, as we mentioned with the umbrella, it did rain very, very heavy last night. So when you're in the room, we have like a wooden ceiling. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, it's very, very loud and it's very, very noisy. So it was a bit difficult to try get asleep initially. Thankfully, as Matt said, the bed is very, very comfortable. So once we were asleep, we stayed asleep, which was great. But initially, yeah, it was a bit noisy, to be honest.
Although we do need to mention, we are on the top floor. So I guess if you're underneath us, Maybe you might not have heard it too loud. I'm not really too sure. So maybe if you're coming, request like a middle floor. Although the bonus of having the top floor is you have a lovely view from your balcony if you like a high balcony. So.
And sort of the last con I would say is this is the toilet right here, and this is the door. So it is a glass door. So for example, if you're behind it like this, you are going to see what's going on. So some people really, I know when we were reading the reviews on this place, a lot of people were like, oh no, the toilet doors, they're see-through, so that's not for me. It just depends. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of one of those things where you think we just like put a door that you can't see through in, you know what I mean? That would have been even better again. But yeah, that's a little bit of a con as well.
Depending on the type of couple you are.
Depending on the type of couple you are.
We appreciate our privacy.
Yes.
I think there's privacy, so.
Yes. There's some couples out there that will do everything and anything in front of each other. We're not like that.
Not when it comes to this.
Sorry, I forgot. We found another con, and this sort of did bug me a bit last night. The air conditioner is set to a particular temperature which you cannot adjust. It's like an auto thing, and I have seen it fluctuate, but like only by 1 or 2 degrees. So yeah, that was a little bit annoying. Again, it is personal preference. I like to have the AC on the lowest, so the room is like a little fridge, because it is quite warm outside. So when we come back to the room, we like it to be nice and cold and chilled. But yeah, with this you can't actually adjust it, which does do my head in as well. But there is a fan over the bed, so you can kind of work with that. Also, it's a vent AC system, so it's not actually one of those fancy new machines. The only thing I would say about this, and maybe you agree with me, maybe you don't, you can let me know in the comments. I always think there's a funky smell out of these vent air conditioning units. And you definitely get that when you walk in. It's the very first thing you notice. It's just like, okay, yeah, there's a bit of a funky kind of dampy smell. But yeah, I always find with those ones, I always get that smell.
And then the last thing we want to show you is the balcony, because we forgot about that. I did slightly mention it, but let's show you our balcony. Also, the balcony door doesn't lock. We have found this in a lot of apartments that we've stayed in, all over the world actually. When you're on a high balcony, I don't know, it's like the door breaks and they never fix the locks.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, we are in a safe resort and we are quite high up, so I hope no one can get in.
The only thing is though, that's probably, again, let us know in the comments, that's probably something that would be a deal breaker for some people, you know, that kind of way. Like we kind of just are like, we'll be fine. But some people will probably be like, oh no, I need to get that sorted and fixed. So
yeah, that's the thing. I don't know. Yeah, let us know in the comments. But anyway, this is our balcony. It's really nice.
It is nice.
It's quite big. We get 2 chairs, a little table. There's actually little drink holders in the table as well. And if you're a smoker, it comes with an ashtray as well, so you can have a cigarette on the balcony.
Yes. They don't come with these stinky shoes, by the way. They are mine.
They're Keelan's shoes. They're thrown out on the balcony because they'll stink up our room otherwise.
Oh, stop. So yeah.
But yeah, and then we have our beautiful view of the grounds. Look how green it is. It's gorgeous, isn't it?
It's lovely.
It's really nice. But yeah, let us know in the comments what you think of the room. Do you think it's spacious? And if our cons would be your cons, you know, that way, because we are interested to know, like, they're just things that would bother us. Would they bother you, or what would bother you in a resort? Let us know in the comments.
So yes, the balcony view is predominantly the gardens, as we said, but there is a slight pool view from here. So I'll just pin the camera around and you can see the pool there, and then the beach is on the other side of the pool area. So yes, all very pleasant here on the balcony.
Not bad. You can throw your towel from the balcony to the sunbed to save it for the morning.
Right, we're gonna go swim in this pool, finally.
Now, up until this point, our stay at the resort had been pretty much flawless. Beautiful grounds, amazing pool areas, great vibes overall. But of course, no trip is without its downsides. And for us, that came when it was time to eat. The resort offers several on-site restaurants, and during our stay, we tried 3 of them. The Rio Grande Steakhouse, Il Bacio, the Italian restaurant, and the breakfast buffet at restaurant Casabi. Let's start with the steakhouse. The food we ended up getting was actually quite tasty, but we ran into a bit of a hiccup. A lot of the menu wasn't available, not just for our first choice, but second choice and third choice were also off the table. Not ideal, but we did make the best of it. But unfortunately, our biggest disappointment came at Il Bacio, the Italian restaurant. Let's just say this is where the experience took a real turn. From the service to the wait times and the general atmosphere, this one left a bad taste in more ways than one.
Okay, so as we are talking about food, I do think it's important to mention what just happened about 15 minutes ago in the Italian restaurant that's here in the resort. So if you watch our videos, you may know, or maybe you don't, I'm actually a vegetarian. I don't eat any meat. So when we got into the restaurant, I seen on the menu a cheese and spinach ravioli, and I was thinking, right, that's perfect for me. We were waiting about an hour for it to come out, which I think is quite long anyway, but that's not even the worst part. When the ravioli came out, there was beef in it. So obviously I was able to see this and go, like, what's the confusion here? Like, so I called one of the staff members over, and I just said, come here, this beef and that. I ordered the cheese and spinach ravioli, and she said that they were out of spinach and that they replaced it with beef, which I just think is absolutely ridiculous, to be perfectly honest with you. And I just think they can't. How can they just change the ingredients and not tell the person who's ordered it? Like, I just think that's brutal. And not only that as well, another thing that I was thinking about is, like, I choose not to eat meat, so if I accidentally eat it, like, there's not going to be any health issues towards me, but like, there's people out there that have peanut allergies or any sort of food allergy, and for them to just change the ingredients and think that that's okay, I just think that's really, really bad. So I had to leave a complaint with the manager again, because it wasn't so much about my experience, although that was pretty brutal. I just think, you know, they need to be aware that they can't do that. I think for future people as well, like I said, they could have a food allergy or whatever, and it could end up being worse than my situation. So yeah, I don't know. Let us know in the comments what you think. I thought that was probably the worst restaurant experience that we've had since we've been traveling. The gas thing about this as well is, this doesn't have to be about being a vegetarian or not. Like, some people just don't like particular types of food as well. I mean, you could be somebody who eats meat who just doesn't happen to like beef, or, you know what I mean? There's loads of variations of what people. That's why you have a menu, right? That's why you have a menu, so you can pick what you want to eat. So yeah, I thought it was bang out of order, to be honest with you, to do that. But yeah, the manager was quite nice when I brought it up, and she was very apologetic, and she was like, look, she's going to let the restaurant know, which is, I suppose, all you can hope for in that scenario. Because even when I said it to the girl in the restaurant, she didn't seem like too. I don't know if she kind of understood. I don't know. It's hard. I don't want to be making excuses for people, but like, she was just like, oh, okay, would you like to order something else? And I was like, Jesus, you know, I just thought that the staff in the restaurant weren't great to begin with, and that just sort of heightened it even more. So yeah, but yeah, I mean, we do like this place, we do like this resort. Like, as you've been watching the video, there's been really some amazing positives in this place, but yeah, that was a really, really bad negative. And yeah, anyway, rant over. If you're worried as well, I got a pizza in the end. I got a margarita pizza, but yeah, the night was sort of, yeah, it dampened the mood, put it that way. But the addition to this story is probably the funny part. I mean, you can look back and laugh now. Because of all of this that was going on, by the time I got my pizza, Samantha had already eaten her mains, and the restaurant was closing, so they're all cleaning up around me. So I was just sitting there. There was no other customers. I think there might have been one person behind us, but yeah, we're just sitting there kind of eating this pizza in the restaurant. They're all cleaning around me. Oh, stop.
A shining light when it came to food was definitely the breakfast buffet.
Same. Sí. Gracias. Yeah.
Ooh, breakfast time. Breakfast time, yes.
At the buffet.
At the buffet. As it always kind of is in like an all-inclusive resort, it's always going to be kind of that buffet style, the way the food is all laid out, and then it's in like this sort of big open hall area, and there's like loads of tables around and fans and things like that. So we just went for something basic. There's actually quite a lot up there. So we've gone for some savoury and sweet breakfast. So for starters, we have some toast and just a plain omelette. And then after it, we have some pancakes with maple syrup.
The main event are those pancakes.
And we also got some coffee as well, of course.
So yes, the buffet, as Samantha said, has plenty of options. There's an egg station as well, which is very, very convenient. So you just go up and ask for whatever type of eggs you want, and he'll just do it there and then. Then there's a cereals options, and then, as we said, the pancakes and French toast, as well as vegetables and things like that. So a wide variety of options. As always with a buffet, it's always a race against time, because things get cold very, very quickly. So you've just got to get your plate, get to your table, and and start to enjoy your breakfast. But yeah, one thing I do like is that this place doesn't seem to be overly packed. So when you're at the buffet, you've got plenty of time to sort of walk around and decide what it is you want. The egg station as well had nobody. Usually they can get very, very busy at resorts, but this time there was nobody there, which is great.
So guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Despite the incident at the restaurants, we actually really enjoyed our time staying at this lovely resort. All-inclusives are a big deal here in Punta Cana, so it was great to experience it. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section below and we'll answer them. And if you like the video, please make sure to leave a like just to support our channel. It just helps push our video out there. If you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you'll be notified every time we upload. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.